Hey everyone, Raptorspank here, and here we have it. Finally getting to the 250 sub video. I just really didn't want to rush it. I wanted to have it out a bit earlier than this, but I wanted to take my time with this video, make sure that it had everything in it I wanted, and just kind of the best I could do. So I took a little while getting to it, but here we have it. I just want to say thank you guys for coming along. I can't believe that the channel got as big as it has in such a short while. I mean, I just did the 100 sub video back in October, I think it was. So it's pretty surreal to be where I'm at right now. So I just want to say thanks for that. That's awesome. Love that you guys have been coming along for the ride and sharing comments and ideas and stuff like that. It's been great. There's been a lot of support from everyone, and that's been awesome. So I just want to give you a quick idea of what's been happening since the last video, the 100 sub video, and what I'm hoping will be happening going forward and all that stuff. For people who didn't see MetaCheck, the last episode of it, I may have mentioned that I have a new job. So that kind of complicated things. Back in November, I kind of started the process of interviewing for a new job. It was time for a change, that kind of stuff. So a number of things I wanted to get done with the other video, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. But some of the stuff I want to get done didn't end up having the time to really get it done because I was doing all these interviews and applications and stuff like that. And ultimately, I ended up getting a new job, which I started this past week, which is why last week's videos were on a day later than normal. And hopefully, this coming week, we will be back to the normal schedule. We'll see. But my hope is to have MetaCheck on Tuesday, on the grind on Friday. We'll see how that goes. I'm also hoping to do a number of other things, but I'll talk about that more in later detail. The big reason that this ended up being a schedule shifter like it was that didn't get enough done. There's never enough time, but didn't get enough done for setting up the work computer as I'd hoped, because I'm now going to be working from home, or I am working from home now. So I had to basically pull apart or take out my own personal home computer and set up my work computer in that spot, and it took me a couple of days to clear out the desk on this side of the room because it used to be over there, but it took a minute to basically fix up and clear off this deck, desk, and get it ready for my computer to be over here. So got that set up, but it was too late to get MetaCheck out on a Tuesday, so that's why that ended up late. And then just the chaos and havoc of it all is what pushed on the grind back. And even that was supposed to come out like midday yesterday rather than as late in the day as it was. But we upgraded our internet as well, and that ended up being a way more complicated process than expected. So that kind of pushed on the grind back. I wasn't able to upload it until pretty late at night, but with better internet, at least it came out a lot quicker, and it wasn't like a 10, 11 p.m. release. So that's why all that's been going on. It's been a crazy series of weeks, months, whatever, but just wanted to let you guys know what was happening, and hopefully we'll be back to everything as normal, and maybe then some, because the beauty of working from home is I can always set videos to render in the background, and when I take my lunch or my breaks, my computer's going to be right here, so I can actually start working on stuff for videos. So I'm hoping I can start getting more videos out or start doing a little extra content in addition to the weekly videos. So we'll see if that happens, but that's my hope going forward. So yeah, where are we heading right now? Well, I hit diamond. That's pretty cool. That happened after this pass on the grind video, but it was Bilgewater burn, so that's cool. We're starting to get back on the grind, and definitely planning to grind a lot more. So hopefully I can start getting some Masters ranked videos out this time, unlike last season where I hit Masters, but it was I didn't end up getting any on the grind videos out in Masters. So hopefully I can get back to that, so you guys can get a little bit level content, and it's just kind of back to where I want to be, and maybe I can even make it for the seasonal tournament, so I could do a video on that as well. But we'll see what happens. First off, though, there's I'm gonna have a stream tomorrow from 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in watching me play, you can check that out. I'm gonna do a little bit of ranked, but mostly my goal is to play a bunch of Unified Front. That mode is pretty fun, and if anyone is in I'll do videos with people who are watching, so you can just come hang out, sit, talk in the chat, and if you want in, I'll add you, and we can play some Unified Front, just or United Front, whatever they call it. But it's a pretty fun co-op mode, and yeah, I figured if anyone came into the stream and was interested in checking it out, yeah, I'd be down to play some games. It's a pretty fun mode. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check that out. I'll play some ranked games at the beginning of the stream probably, and I'll figure out if I need to do. It depends on how many people are interested or whatever. How I have to do stuff for how many games, etc. But we'll figure that out tomorrow. But yeah, 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing a stream. So come check it out. Or if not, I'm hoping to put highlights on the channel this time around. The last stream I did, I wasn't able to do highlights because I had to use someone else's computer. But now I'm on my own computer, so I can record it, save a local copy, as well as putting it up on Twitch. So if you're interested, Twitch is in the description below, and that's where you can find all the information for that. But it's going to be happening. Come check it out if you're interested, if that sounds fun. Other than that, a couple of other things. Grifflands, gonna finish my Sal playthrough. I know it's kind of one of the smaller videos on the channel. Not a lot of people watch it, but it's just a really fun game. It's actually the most fun I expected to have with a story-based game that's also a card game. The card game play is actually really, really fun. The story is really, really cool. I love sci-fi and all that stuff, and your choices really affect a lot of things in the game, which is something I always love. So planning to finish that playthrough. Kind of got backburnered for a couple of things, but it's going to be back. I'm going to finish the Sal playthrough. If people are interested, I'll do Rook or Smith. But for right now, I just definitely want to get the Sal playthrough done. Get that done with. Have a nice little end cap on the series, and I'm probably going to do some other variety videos too. I'd love to hear what people are interested in, but there's a number of single player card games that I've been interested in because Grifflands really made me think how cool that gameplay style can work. So I definitely want to do a video on Arcanium, or maybe even a series on Arcanium at some point, but since it's still in early access and the full story's not out, I'm not sure if I want to start doing that yet, or if I'm going to wait for the full release or not. I'm going to figure that out. If people are interested, maybe I'll start it up right away, and I might anyways. We'll see how I'm feeling about it. Other than that, I mean, I've thought about doing some like short, fun League of Legends videos, ARAM, stuff like that, because I play a lot of ARAM. Nexus Blitz is my favorite game mode. It used to be Twisted Tree Line, but both of them are gone now. So it'd probably be something like ARAM, maybe Summoner's Rift if people are really interested. Not great at the game, but I've always enjoyed League of Legends, and I watch the esports scene pretty heavily. So if people are interested, I might do some videos on that, or Teamfight Tactics. I got to gold in Season 1, but I've barely played the game, so you'll see a little bit of gameplay, or you're seeing a little bit of gameplay right now of all of those. So that's a couple of variety things I'm thinking of, or some other games. We'll see. Just some neat, fun side stuff to do in addition to the regular content. So there's that. I'm thinking about doing another Dash of Flavor for people who've been around a long time. I used to do a series called Dash of Flavor where it would be a very heavy story-based deck for Legends of Runeterra. So it's basically a deck built around the neat flavor lines that characters can have. And I planned out a Star Shepherd deck way back in the day, but then I found out Soraka was coming and she was going to have additional voice lines and all that. So I binned that deck and I did, I think, TRE the Traveler instead, which was probably the last Dash of Flavor I've done. I'm thinking about doing the Star Shepherd deck again because I think there's a neat way you can do it. It's probably going to end up some sort of Star Spring deck, but probably a neat, different little take on that deck. So I'm planning to do that, hopefully. Dash of Flavors are one of the hardest videos to make because the editing for all the voice lines is pretty intensive, but I'm thinking about doing that. Be a fun little deck and something different for the channel that's still Legends of Runeterra related. So I was thinking that might be a bit of fun. Other than that, there was something people were interested in during the 100 sub videos. So I'm curious if people are still interested in it, because it's something I really wanted to do, but then with all the interviews and stuff like that, I didn't end up having the time. And that's the big thing I was referring to with that, is that some people asked about a Deck Doctor series. I mean, I would love to try that. I haven't been brewing decks as much lately. I used to do a lot of Stiff Brews, which were these really janky build-around decks with some weird cards and stuff like that, but they didn't do as well as On the Grind did, so when I had to choose a video for the weeks, I went with the more competitive videos instead. So My deck building's not quite as good as it used to be, but it still could be a fun series. If people are interested in Deck Doctor, then I might look into that. I'll set up like an email for the account or whatever for people to send in deck ideas and stuff like that to tweak. If people are interested, I definitely could probably do that. I don't know how often I could do that, but it's something that's definitely worth considering if people are still interested in that. So let me know if that sounds like something fun. I'll see if I could set that up this time around. So yeah. Other than that, it's been a great journey. I was really nervous starting up YouTube at the back in June essentially. I've played a lot of games and tried to grind to the top, made it to top 200 and which side is that? Paragon. For people who didn't know me in that game, I was playing Paragon for a while. Made a bit of a name for myself playing a champion called Grux, but made top 200 in that. Made Diamond in Duelist, stuff like that. There's been a lot of games I've done, but I never really jumped into content creation. It was something I always wanted to do, and I did some Twitch streams for Paladins and Guild Wars 2 that I played a ton of, but I never really tried YouTube. And the problem with Twitch was that you kind of need to set aside a huge section of your schedule or your day to do Twitch. And with the jobs I've been working, I haven't really been able to build a schedule doing those big blocks of time. And I'm probably not going to be able to with the new one either, but I might be able to get away with streams a bit more often, but we'll see. We'll see, but I never tried YouTube, and I love that I can basically work on videos throughout the week, and I don't have to dedicate like a huge block of like 4 hours or more in one given day. I can do like an hour here, hour there as the day goes on, work on my lunch break, then work again when I'm out of work and all that stuff. Do a little bit of work on the pictures and stuff with the 15-minute breaks and stuff like that. So it's been really fun. It's been great. I've enjoyed it a lot. I like Twitch, but I've loved this even more. It's a really good schedule fit and just something that's really really fun to do. So I'm glad people have been enjoying the videos so much. That's awesome. And I know people were asking for webcam. We'll see. I'm a little bit worried about how much more editing is going to be required for that. And if it's going to look really awkward because there's definitely plenty of white space that I cut out during gameplay videos and all that stuff, because there's definitely times, I don't know if people realize how much it's like some people play pretty slow in the game, so sometimes I have to cut as much as like 14 seconds of space and all that, and that might look pretty jarring with the webcam added on top of it. So I've got it set up now, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to use it in future videos. I would like to probably use it for meta check. We'll see if that ends up happening. But I think what I might do if I use it for on the grind is that I might just have the webcam for the whole beginning part where we're going over the deck, the flex spots, mulligans, and then for gameplay I just won't bother with it. So we'll see if that ends up being what I go with, but I'm going to try to use the webcam a little bit more. Probably going to use it for stuff like Riftlands and all that. Likely be better to do that. We'll see how that goes. Things are a little bit awkward with this setup too, which makes it kind of worse for webcam because I don't actually have room for my mouse and my keyboard on this desk, which is why I wasn't using the desk before. So I have my keyboard all the way over here. So kind of makes it a little bit awkward for webcam footage, or not as good as with the normal desk that I used to be on. So we'll see where I get at. But I'd like to use the webcam a bit more because I know people generally speaking prefer that, having that aspect to videos and all that. And I admittedly, I'm the same way myself. I like watching YouTube videos of people playing when they've got webcam footage. So it's something I've wanted to add, but since things have been so chaotic, I never really had the time to set up a good environment, and even still, I don't really like the way this is set up, but I am hoping to move sometime in the near-ish future. We'll see when that does or doesn't happen, and then I might be able to set up something like a green screen, or at the very least, I have a bunch of League of Legends themed stuff that I can put in like the background shot or something like that. I got a Zed statue that I bought when I hit Masters the first time because I hit it with IF Elusives running Zed as the only champion. So I got a Zed statue. When I did a lot with Vimer Control last season, I got a Vi statue. I think I have an Ari statue, and I've got a ton of the little figures. I've got like I have one for I think pretty much every champion I have mastery on, with the exception I think I'm missing Azir because I want to get the Warring Kingdoms one, but it's kind of hard to find at the moment. But I've got like Fizz, I've got Ari, Cho'Gath, Nautilus, Thresh, Xayah, couple others, but I might try to set up something like that just to have a better background and stuff like that. We'll see where that ends up happening. That's way down the road, kind of pipe dream stuff right now. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm definitely going to keep playing Legends of Runeterra. Game's been fun. Actually, right now I've been really enjoying it. Bilgewater Burn was really fun to go back to. Targon Plaza was a really fun deck to play. Start of the season was okay. Actually, start of the season was pretty good, but like a couple weeks in, it was starting to get a bit routine, but it's just a really fun card game. I have to admit, it took what I liked best about Magic the Gathering and then cut off all the stuff I didn't like about it. So it's just a really fun card game, and I've been loving it lately. So I want to get a little more Legends of Runeterra content out, as well as doing all the usual stuff. We'll see. I'm trying to keep on the grind unique, but at the same time I kind of want to grind. So hopefully I don't have to do repeat videos, but I also don't want to do a bunch of like really bad decks for on the grind series just to keep the variety up. So we'll see where that gets. Hopefully we get a lot more variety into decks just in the game in general. Although I do think right now we've got a lot of really neat decks you can get away with. Zoe didn't end up being, or hasn't ended up being, quite as big a problem as I was thinking she'd be, but she's definitely on my concern list. So hopefully that doesn't become a problem and we're just stuck in like Zoe Lee Sin world again or whatever. But yeah, the game's great. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to putting out more videos on it and doing a lot more stuff with it. So hope you guys are excited. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if any of this stuff sounds interesting, or if there's any other ideas you have that I didn't even think about and all that, because I love hearing stuff. I didn't even think about Deck Doctor, but in 100 sub videos someone mentioned it, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I love that kind of concept. I love those kind of videos. So yeah, if you're interested in stuff like that, let me know. Tell me if you've got any other new ideas, and I hope you've all loved the content and enjoy the rest of the ride. So thanks for watching.